Alright, so I'm gonna see if the Samba, I'm gonna see if I can recreate the bouncing motor here stationary. What I've done, I've raised the Samba. The tires are now off the floor. If the wobble is from the tires, we'll be able to see it. If the wobble is due to just the bumps on the road, then it should not be bouncing here, right? But if it bounces here, then that means either the tires or the motor is out of balance, and that's why it's wobbling. So let's see if I can actually get it to wobble. So I spent my Sunday working on this thing, and the first thing I did was race it up and spun the tires. What the hell is all that clanking? Turns out the axles make that noise. What is going on? So then I decided to spin the motor by itself to see if it would shake like that. Definitely not perfect, but it's not shaking the entire car. So it's not the motor being out of balance. So then I decided to raise the axle so it didn't have such a drastic angle to see if the clicking would stop. And as you can hear here, it stopped clicking. But of course, there is this other clicking. What is that? I also decided to stop one of the tires to see if the differential is working with those spider gears in there. It's a little tight, but yeah, it seems to be normal. And oh my god, there's all kinds of wrong in there, including the wobble. But what in the world are all those noises? What is going on? Finally took off that wheel that is kind of wobbly in itself, just to see if that is what's introducing the wobble. And again, all kinds of noise. Eventually I found out that that small clicking sound went away when I adjusted the clutch. All I had to do was tighten it up a little bit so it put a little more pressure on the throwout bearing. And as you can see here, nope, all kinds of noise, all kinds of clicking. And I was able to get it off camera better with the motor really shaking. But on this clip here, you can see that it's the beginnings of the shakes. And so I'm afraid the shakes are in the transmission. There's something in that differential. Something is weird. I shouldn't be making all that noise and all those clicking sounds. And it shouldn't be making my entire motor bounce like that. So much that I can feel it when I'm driving. So as it turns out, this transmission will have to come down. I'll probably take the original transmission you can see sitting over there and then have that rebuilt by a capable shop. And in the meanwhile, I'll drive around in this thing and hopefully it doesn't break on me before the other one is done. So I'll probably have to buy some axles so that a capable person that knows about transmissions can install them on my new one. That way when I get it from the shop, I'll just be able to pop it up there and then I'm done. And then I'll have an extra transmission that I can rebuild and keep it as a spare. Because it turns out BWs just suck. And you know, I removed the weakest point, which was the motor, but I still have to deal with just crappy transmissions that leak oil all over the place and that just die. Not really liking old Volkswagens right now. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. I will keep you updated next week. There should be some pretty exciting projects coming up, so stay tuned for those. Okay, bye.
prepare to embark upon the darkest voyage into the unknown in the history of mankind.